Hey, there we go. We are live and in living color, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone doing out there? It is 9 a.m., a little later, but we're rocking the morning show this morning, guys. It is Paranormal Tuesday, and we got a hell of a show for you today, guys. There we go. Mute that sucker. It is, guys, big news, breaking news. I guess last week, DNA evidence of Jack the Ripper was pulled from a old crime, um, like blanket or something. We're gonna get into it, and they were able to pull DNA off a suspected subject that could be Jack the Ripper. There's a little controversy, but we're going to get into that, guys. We also got the Alaskan Triangle mysteries, and then we're going to play a little ghostly trivia later on, guys. So we got all the things a popping. We got Wakey Bakey news. We got today in history. We got all the things, guys. We're kicking off a new week, a fresh week, 3-day weekend. Oh, man. Hopefully everyone's having a good one. We're going to buckle in, guys, because we're going to kick the tires and light the fires. Me and April had a good Valentine's weekend. We're going to talk about it. So, guys, let's fire one up. Let's get stoned and talk about Jack the Ripper DNA, Alaskan Triangle mysteries, and some ghostly trivia. Let's do it, guys. Let's get high and talk about it. We go live in 2. Let's do it.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja visuela y cuando le mueve ligado igualito que yuca. El pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo que
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes
We are live. How's everyone doing out there, guys? We got a whole grip of people up in here this morning. Harvey Hooligans, Rosie Key. We got April, the love of my life. April, we had a good Valentine's Day weekend, guys. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. Oh, who else we got? We got Rosie Key is here before work, guys. Rosie Key, how are you, Rosie? Hopefully you're doing good. Rosie the Bulldog. I think it's she right here laying next to me. She tired today, guys. Who else we got? Rosie Key, Harvey Hooligans, Janet, Jumping Janet. How are you, Janet? Hopefully you're feeling good. Hopefully you're ready to tackle this week and put on that strong face, Janet. Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you're doing great. Pamela, how are you? How are you? Hopefully you're doing good out there in Florida. Now I'm Hannett. Oh man, there's Fight for Freedom, Chantel, guys. Go check out Pioneer Wizard 19. Got it. Look at that, I got it. I meant maybe it took me a month to memorize it. But Pioneer Wizard 19 over on Twitch, guys. Our buddy Russ, go check him out. Playing some Call of Duty, playing all the things over there. I said duty. That's right. Playing Call of Duty, all the things, guys. I played a little Cell VR last night. I didn't go live, didn't do. I just was goofing around. I think I got the hang of it. Me and Broken Brain. Anyone else who has a VR headset too who wants to join us, man? We're gonna do some stoned and danked in VR and go battle a bunch of middle-aged men stoners battling a bunch of 12-year-old kids on the open seas of pirates in VR. What could go wrong? What could go wrong, guys? I had a great weekend. Me and April, we drove the hell out of some stuff this weekend, guys. Kids, just picking them up, dropping them off, meeting with friends. Oh man. April is the soccer mom, guys. I'm telling you that. So we ended up, my friends, Wayne and Carrie, best friends. I've known them forever. I was friends with them before they were married. Now they have a bunch of beautiful kids, and I'm Uncle Brian. We have the whole thing. It was Carrie's birthday this week, and they were gonna they surprised her with the surprise party. So we drove down to Whitman, Arizona for that. Got to meet some cool people. Got to meet their new family boy. Having older kids, you kind of realize, like, you go through it when you have younger kids, but man, the soccer, the baseball, like your friends or kids with kids your kids' age, like it's a whole thing, man. I forgot about that. When your kids get older and you're an empty nester, you forget like every weekend. Like I remember, me and April overheard one couple talking about, okay, this weekend we got the play, and then next weekend we got gymnastics, and then the weekend after, they're like, holy shit, man, I forgot. Just go, go, go. God bless you. April's a soccer mom. Does that mean she likes kicking you in the mommy daddy button? Aaron, how's it going? Aaron from Australia. It's 4 a.m. in Australia. It's 4 a.m. and you're high. That's right. Down in Australia. Oh man. So yeah, we had a pretty good Valentine's weekend. We went up there, hung out for Carrie's birthday, drove back again, drove back a third time. I think we made 4 trips altogether, maybe 3. But it was fun, man. The kids got to see their friends. Everyone got to do what they needed to do. So pretty good weekend. Ironically, me and April gave each other almost the same exact Valentine's Day. Let me see this, guys. Almost the same Valentine's Day gift. Almost the same Valentine's. Sorry, guys, I'm getting hit up by PayPal on some nonsense. So she got us. I've been playing this pirate VR game a lot. So she got me and her an oil painting of us as pirates. So I got us an oil painting of a king and queen. So almost the same exact presence. We're on the same level. It's all good, man. It's all good. I thought that was pretty good. Hey, there he is, Lonnie. I got nothing and gave no fucks. Oh man, nice, Lonnie. Get it? Show the one I got you. Oh, I will. Give me a minute. I have to go out in the thing and get it. Give me 1 minute. I'll show you guys. I robbed a jewelry store in Payday 2. Clean getaway. Nice, nice. You know what I want to do? They have Payday 2 VR, man. They have that available in VR. That'd be crazy to play. I've never actually played Payday 2, but I've seen the kids play it enough to know that it would be fun in VR. Tell you that much. All right, guys, let's get into some shout outs this morning. That's right, guys. You want to get featured in these shout outs? Join join the puberty club like me. No, join the Facebook Dank Nation, guys. Head on over to the Dank Nation. We have a private group, guys. That will we share, we go live, we do a bunch of stuff, but it's also the way to connect. It's kind of a private group, so if you're serious about the Dank Nation, you want to be featured like Back to Retro Review, all the people, Aaron, guys, let me know, hit me up, and I will add you to the song, to the video, to the whole thing. So let's do some shout outs, guys. Let's do it.
Rise and shine, it's the wakey bakey vibe. Dank Nation's here and we're going worldwide. The daily dank.com is leading the way, shouting out the crew, starting the day. From Rosie the Bulldog to Supernova, my Mike. Dank Nation shining, the future's bright. And leaves his mark. Back to the retro review, bring in the Golani, the OG, smoking big, not scrawny. Aaron from Australia, bold and uncontrolled. Pam and Chris Zucchini, keeping it real. Charlie the fisherman's got that morning appeal. April so lovely, Russ and Jeremy too. Lonnie's blunt is lighting up the room. Roll call, Dank Nation unite with the Daily Dank.com.
Bum, 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 bum. How is it awkward, Eric? Is it just aren't most guys big fella? Is it just like weird because it moves weird, or is it weird because like you're actually first person robbing banks? I had a buddy who said they played GTA in VR. This was a while back, and said it felt weird, like when you would have to kill somebody because you're in first person. He said it felt really weird, really weird. It's a clumsy gameplay. That makes sense. You know which one looks really cool is so from here, so that there's a program that you could take any game that's made on Unreal Engine 5 and 6 and turn it into a VR game. Pretty cool. Hogwarts Legacy is a big one that I want to try. And then Red Dead Redemption. That would be fun in VR too, man. Hitman VR looks dope. You know, I have it on my PlayStation, and I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get the VR thing to like. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I'm gonna have to fire up the PlayStation again. I got the PSVR 1, but I got a lot of cool games with it that I need to like just record and get a what is it, Vader Immortal. I got all 3 on that one. I got to finish the Iron Man game. Oh man, that Iron Man game is fire, man. I know it's a few years old, but you're like in the suit and like your joystick hands are like the propeller, you know, like the propulsion things. I like that Iron Man game a lot, man. It's a good game. It is crazy awesome. I'm telling you. Yeah, I need to play that again. I got all the way up into a certain point, and then you guys know I start the C's candy job. So I remember I was into it. That summer, man. I was like probably 3/4 of the way beat it, and then the job started, and I had to like let it go. And man, VR takes a little bit more. Like you're mentally, you got to prepare. Like you're going somewhere. Like that's what it's like. You're going for a trip. Like if you're playing baseball on the regular PlayStation, you just sit down and okay, I'm gonna play a couple innings, whatever. When you go into VR, it feels like you're going somewhere. Like you're putting on the helmet, you're doing all the things, and then you gotta get your mind right. It's a little different, or maybe that's just me. I'm just weird, but I got to get Eric out for that sale VR, man. Um, we're gonna tear it up. We're gonna tear it up, guys. All right, big shout out to everyone out there. Let's see. We got Lonnie, Broken Brain, April, Aaron, I love it. Aaron, all the way from Australia. Great. Janet, how are you? A broken brain. Let's see. Oops. I totally messed this up here. There we go. Oh, Pamela, Janet, everybody out there, guys. Rosie Key, Harvey Hooligan. Yeah, Harvey Hooligan's a little quiet today. That's weird. What is he up to? What is Harvey Hooligan up to? That's weird. Dang, getting blown up. All right. All right, guys. So big shout out to everyone out there. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. Dank Nation. Smoking a fat bowl. I played some of that cell game, was messing with people and learning the game. Yeah, I did a private port yesterday, and I was cruising around and was learning like where how to get the gold, how to get like the treasure maps and all that. Um I think we could. I think it's definitely a game for multiple players. Like, man, it's hard to play by yourself on that, especially on the multiple version. Like, you're selling a ship, so when you get to the island, you have to be the one to run down and drop the anchor. You got to move the sails. If you had two or three guys with you, um, working on it. It'd be pretty good. I do want to show you guys what I got for Valentine's Day. Look at that, guys. Me and April as pirates. This is going in the VR room right behind me. So when I'm a pirate, this is what I think I look like when I'm playing Sail VR. This is what's in Sail VR. This is what I have. This is me and April, guys. Look at that. I love this. This is great. And then I got her one with a king and queen. Us as a king and queen. Pretty cool. Crazy how we got the same gift for each other. I got her a barrette for her hair, but she shaved her hair to give me a watch chain. But I sold my watch to get her the hair barrette. Oh my God, what's happening? Oh man. All right, guys, let's get into big shout out to Mr. Crispers. Big shout out to Chris Zucchini. Big shout out to everyone I'm forgetting, guys. Back to retro review. Damn, I'm baked. Just ate half a cheesecake. So yummy. I'm wrecked. Cool oil painting. Oh, come on, Eric and Brian. Your VR privilege is showing. Captain Dank Sparrow and his first mate Mary Jane. Nice, nice. Oh man, you know what? I bet you that cheesecake fucking sounds good. That said cheesecake sounds really good. Is it like nice and fluffy but firm? Oh man, I used to make cheesecakes when I was a baker, and I remember specifically. I got really good at it. I'm still good at it today. I can crack eggs with one hand, no problem, all day long. And then so you crack the egg, you open it up in your hand, you have like a little bowl underneath you, and you do it. Barely separate your fingers, barely separate them, and you shake it like that, and the white from the egg will go through your fingers into the bowl, and you're left with the egg yolk that you then put into like a sifter or whatever, a measuring cup. But yeah, man, I used to do that 3 times a week, and we're talking like 80 cheesecakes, like big sheet pans. We'd be there. That job probably took about 2 hours to separate all the eggs and the egg whites. That's what we did, man. I remember we'd get there, we'd start making the breads and stuff first, and then this would be like at 4 in the morning, and then we would start like the cheesecakes and all that, and that's where you would get the eggs, and you have to separate it. And man, it was a fun job. Early, get off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Still got all day ahead of you. Only thing that sucked about that is fluffy but firm. Sounds like my ex. I've been accused of being fluffy but firm. I'm old school. 4-inch thick New York cheesecake takes 4.5 hours to make. Hell yeah. A good cheesecake, man. Oh, is the best. Is the best. When you cut it like with that hot knife and ah, I'm telling you guys. Now I'm getting hungry. Getting hungry, guys. All right, let's get into some wakey bakey news. Big shout out to everyone out there. Back to Retro Review, guys. Dropped a brand new Back to Retro Review. Go over there, check it out, guys. He's got his podcasting channel or podcasting show that's going crazy. Make sure you're hitting him up, guys. Old Back to Retro. All right, guys, let's get into this. We got the wakey bakey news this morning. We got Jack the Ripper DNA. We got the Alaskan Triangle mysteries. And we got ghostly trivia after that, guys. Let's get into it.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey bakey morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
Oh. Trying to get Robot Girl up and at 'em over here, guys. We got a lot to talk about. Jack the Ripper DNA, guys. Jack the Ripper DNA. All right. Let's get this going here. Yeah, crazy. I just saw this last night that they were able to pull DNA off of like a sheet or something. We're gonna get more into the info, but they were able to pull DNA off of this and kind of determine who Jack the Ripper was. I guess probably the best case scenario. Probably the best case scenario. But you know what? I mean, if it was just blood, I don't know. It's hard to know 100%. If it is Jack the Ripper, if it's not, because it could be blood from anything. Like they thought the guy might have been a surgeon. They thought we'll get all into that, guys. Man, this voice is driving me crazy. Hey, there he is, back to retro. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? We get this stupid thing to load up, man. Taking his time. If I did, Aaron, I would also send a bomb. It's a family recipe. Us Italians are crazy when it comes to protecting family secrets. That is true. That is true. What is it about like the sauce, Italian families and like your spaghetti sauce and that type of stuff? Boy, they'll kill you. You try to get that fucking recipe from them, they will kill you, guys. What the fuck is going on with this stupid bullshit today? Stupid website's giving me trouble, guys. The website is giving me some trouble. We might have to just go for it. Back to retro. We were just talking about you, bro. We were just talking about your latest movie review. If this thing ain't gonna go, then we'll just do our own thing. God damn it. I hate when shit just doesn't work, man. All right. It's like it works every fucking day, and then it fucking freezes up, drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Oh, yeah, all good. Definitely all good. What the fuck, man? Just fucking goddamn work. You know what? Let's close that one out. Open up a new one, see if that works out. All right, guys. If not, we just do our own Wakey Bakey news. All right. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Sorry, dead air. Dead air is no good. God damn it. All right, here we go. All right, we got it. We got it going good. All right, here we go. All right. Good morning, Robot Girl. How are you this morning? It is time for the Wakey Bakey news this morning. We are talking Jack the Ripper DNA, the Alaskan Triangle mysteries. And then after that, we got some ghostly trivias. Do you want to talk to us this morning, Robot Girl? Cover the Wakey Bakey news. Let's talk some Jack the Ripper DNA evidence. What do you think, Robot Girl? Are you willing to help us with the Wakey Bakey news this morning? There we go.
Good morning. I'm ready to dive into today's Wakey Bakey news.
Awesome. Let's talk about Jack the Ripper. There's a news article saying they were able to pull DNA and possibly identify Jack the Ripper. What do you know about this, Robot Girl?
Recently, historian Russell Edwards announced that DNA evidence from a shawl found at one of the crime scenes has identified Aaron Kosminski, a 23-year-old Polish barber, as the infamous Jack the Ripper. This breakthrough has reignited discussions about the case. What are your thoughts on this development?
I think it's crazy. What are the odds that it could be Jack the Ripper's DNA? Wasn't there like speculation that Jack the Ripper could have been a surgeon, an amateur surgeon? So what would be the odds that it could be somebody else's DNA, not so much Jack the Ripper?
You're absolutely right to question the odds. The main issue with this DNA evidence is contamination. The shawl, found near Catherine Eddowes' body in 1888, was never properly preserved, meaning it could have been touched by numerous people over the decades. Additionally, the DNA analysis used mitochondrial DNA, mtDNA, which only confirms that the genetic material came from someone in Kosminski's maternal line. It doesn't definitively prove he was the killer. As for the surgeon theory, many experts previously believed Jack the Ripper had medical knowledge due to the precision of the mutilations. Some even suspected a doctor or a medical student. However, Kosminski was a barber, which at the time included some minor medical procedures like bloodletting and wound care. So while he had some exposure to anatomy, he was far from a trained surgeon. Given these factors, how convinced are you that Kosminski is really the Ripper? Or do you think the mystery remains open?
I personally think the mystery remains open. I don't think, like you said, 1800s, and they didn't know anything about DNA or preserving evidence. I mean, DNA could be on that thing. What do you think, Robot Girl? What are some of the most accurate, I guess, Jack the Ripper predictions of who the Jack the Ripper was?
I agree with you.
Lonnie.
The case is still far from closed. DNA from a 130-plus-year-old shawl with questionable origins isn't enough to say case solved. But as for the best theories on Jack the Ripper's true identity, here are some of the most compelling suspects. 1. Aaron Kosminski, the Polish barber. The latest DNA evidence points to him, and some eyewitness testimony at the time allegedly placed him near one of the crime scenes. He was also committed to an asylum shortly after the murders. 2. Dr. Francis Tumblety, the American doctor. He was an Irish-American quack doctor who was in London at the time of the murders and allegedly had a deep hatred for women. He was arrested in connection with the crimes, but fled to the U.S. before he could be thoroughly investigated. 3. Montague John Druitt, the disappearing lawyer, a barrister and teacher who mysteriously vanished after the last murder, only for his body to be found floating in the River Thames a month later. Some believe he took his own life out of guilt. 4. Sir William Gull, the royal conspiracy, a physician to the British royal family. He is at the center of a theory that claims the murders were part of a Masonic cover-up to silence women who knew about Prince Albert Victor's alleged illegitimate child.
Wow.
5. James Maybrick, the diary confession, a Liverpool cotton merchant whose alleged diary surfaced in the 1990s.
Mike, what's up,
containing
buddy?
a confession to the murders. However, the diary's authenticity is widely disputed. So many theories and yet no definitive proof. Out of these suspects, which one do you think makes the most sense? Or do you think there's another theory that hasn't been explored enough?
I like number 2. Hey, Robot Girl, could you give a big shout out to Mike? He's tuning in for the first time. He liked and subscribed. Welcome him to the Dank Nation, if you will. Well, she's coming up with a good one for you, Mike. She's thinking about it.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Mike. Welcome to the Dank Nation. We appreciate you liking and subscribing, man. You're officially part of the wildest, chillest, and dankest crew out there. Grab a seat, roll one up, and get ready for some high-level fun. Because nothing goes better with a good toke than a good joke.
Nice, Robot Girl. Nice. All right, so let's talk about number 2. That's the one I'm interested in the Jack the Ripper suspect pool. So it says that he fled to America. Is there any connection with him after he got to America? Like maybe more women being murdered, that type of thing?
After fleeing London in 1888, Dr. Francis Tumblety returned to the United States, where he continued his controversial medical practices. He was known for his flamboyant lifestyle and self-promotion, often dressing in military garb and claiming associations with prominent figures. In 1865, he was arrested in St. Louis under the alias Dr. Blackburn due to a mix-up with another individual named Dr. Blackburn, who was wanted in connection with the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
Tumblety was eventually released without charge. In 1888, Tumblety was arrested in London on charges of gross indecency and indecent assault. He was released on bail but fled to France and then back to the United States, where he lived until his death in 1903. There is no evidence to suggest that Tumblety was involved in any murders in the United States after his return. His activities in America primarily involved his medical practices and legal troubles, with no known connections to further violent crimes. While Tumblety remains a suspect in the Jack the Ripper case, the evidence against him is circumstantial, and he was never charged with the murders. The true identity of Jack the Ripper continues to be a subject of debate among historians and criminologists.
Yeah, I would have said if more stuff happened in the U.S. with that guy, then, I don't think you give up being a serial killer. I think that's in your DNA. I don't think it's something you can kick like cigarettes. What do you think about the H.H. Holmes theory, that H.H. Holmes was actually Jack the Ripper that just migrated to the United States? What do you think about that, Robot Girl?
The H. Holmes theory is definitely one of the most fascinating Jack the Ripper conspiracies. The idea that America's first known serial killer, H. Holmes, was also Jack the Ripper comes from the fact that his killing spree in Chicago began not long after the Ripper murders stopped in London. Some theorists argue that Holmes, who was known for his gruesome murder castle during the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, may have committed the Ripper killings before heading back to the U.S. to continue his murderous ways. However, there are some serious holes in this theory. First, travel records from the time don't show any clear proof that Holmes was in London in 1888 when the Ripper murders occurred. Holmes was also a con artist who killed primarily for financial gain, while Jack the Ripper's murders seemed to be purely sadistic and ritualistic. Their victim profiles were different too. Holmes killed people he could scam or use, while the Ripper exclusively targeted prostitutes in the Whitechapel district. Holmes's own great-great-grandson, Jeff Mudgett, has been one of the biggest supporters of this theory, even writing a book about it called Bloodstains. He claims that Holmes may have written about his time as Jack the Ripper in secret diaries, but no solid evidence has ever confirmed this. So, while it's an eerie and compelling idea, most historians and ripperologists dismiss the theory as unlikely. What do you think? Could H. Holmes have been capable of pulling off the Ripper murders before coming back to America to build his murder castle?
I think he's capable. I don't think he did, though. It almost sounds like a money grab from the great great grandson. Probably didn't even know the guy. Yeah, it sounds more like a money grab to me. Well, we may never know who Jack the Ripper really was, guys, but you know what we could figure out? We're going to move on to the Alaskan Triangle mysteries. What do you got for us, Robot Girl, from the Alaskan Triangle mysteries? You're not wrong, Lonnie. You're not wrong.
The Alaskan Triangle, encompassing Anchorage, Juneau, and Utqiagvik, formerly Barrow, has been the site of over 20,000 unexplained disappearances since the 1970s. This area, often dubbed Alaska's Bermuda Triangle, has intrigued many due to its high rate of missing persons, which is more than twice the national average. Notable disappearances: 1972, a plane carrying U.S. House Majority Leader Hale Boggs, Congressman Nick Begich, and 2 others vanished en route from Anchorage to Juneau.
Wow.
Despite extensive search efforts, neither the plane nor its occupants were found. Mid-1970s, Gary Frank Southerden, a 25-year-old from New York, disappeared during a hunting trip in the Alaskan wilderness. His remains were discovered in 1997, and DNA analysis in 2022 confirmed his identity. Theories behind the disappearances. 1. Unusual magnetic activity. Some suggest that magnetic anomalies in the region disrupt navigational instruments, leading to disorientation and accidents. 2. Extraterrestrial activity. Reports of UFO sightings in the area have fueled speculation about alien involvement in the disappearances. 3. Cryptid encounters. Legends of creatures like Bigfoot or the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting being from Tlingit folklore, are cited as possible explanations for some vanishings. 4. Natural hazards. The region's rugged terrain, harsh weather, and vast wilderness are practical explanations for many disappearances, with individuals succumbing to natural dangers. Recent developments. In February 2025, a flight carrying 10 people vanished near the Alaskan Triangle, reigniting discussions about the area's mysterious reputation. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the true cause of these disappearances remains a mystery, with the Alaskan Triangle continuing to captivate the imagination of many.
What do you think, Robot Girl? We hear a lot of stuff about Antarctica and the UFOs and how governments aren't allowed within a certain range of certain parts of Antarctica, and there's peace treaties and all this. Could this be part of that Antarctica UFO, whatever, conspiracy theory?
That's an interesting take. There are a lot of similarities between the Alaskan Triangle and the Antarctica UFO conspiracy theories. Both locations are remote, have extreme weather conditions, and are surrounded by government secrecy. Possible links between the Alaskan Triangle and Antarctica conspiracies. 1. Restricted airspace and government secrecy. Antarctica is home to the Antarctic Treaty, which prevents military activity and limits exploration by private entities. The Alaskan Triangle has large swaths of military-controlled airspace, especially near military bases like Elmendorf Air Force Base and Fort Greely. Some speculate that classified experiments or underground bases could be contributing to the disappearances. 2. UFO and extraterrestrial activity. Reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, are frequent in both regions. In Antarctica, researchers and former government insiders have claimed that massive structures buried beneath the ice may be remnants of ancient extraterrestrial civilizations. In Alaska, UFO sightings have surged, with pilots and locals reporting mysterious crafts moving erratically and vanishing into thin air. Some believe these anomalies are linked to the 20,000-plus disappearances in the region. 3. Magnetic anomalies and electromagnetic disruptions. Both regions have intense magnetic anomalies that have been blamed for GPS malfunctions, plane crashes, and missing ships. Some theories suggest that both locations might have hidden energy sources or natural electromagnetic vortexes, which could explain time distortions or lost navigation signals. Could an ancient advanced technology buried in both locations be causing these anomalies? 4. Secret military experiments and underground bases. Whistleblowers have claimed that Antarctica houses secret military or extraterrestrial research facilities. Alaska's HAARP, High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, a government-funded ionospheric research program, is often linked to conspiracies involving weather control, mind control, and electromagnetic warfare. Some theorists speculate that HAARP could be involved in highly classified
HAARP.
experiments, leading to disappearances in the Alaskan Triangle.
Gotta
5.
love those every
Connections
J
to
joints,
ancient
man.
civilizations and cryptids. Both locations are said to be tied to ancient lost civilizations, Antarctica's supposed buried pyramids and lost cities. The Alaskan Triangle's Kushtaka legend, a Tlingit cryptid said to shapeshift and lure people to their deaths. Could these be remnants of an ancient interdimensional race or highly advanced lost technology? What's more likely? The natural explanation suggests that harsh environments, extreme weather, and rugged terrain explain the missing people in both locations. The conspiratorial explanation suggests that secret military research, electromagnetic interference, or extraterrestrial presence could be involved. Some speculate that both explanations could hold some truth, natural dangers with unexplained phenomena mixed in. So, what do you think, Dank Nation? Could there be a government cover-up, or is it just the wild, untamed Alaskan wilderness claiming victims?
You know, I'm leaning towards the UFO, towards some kind of unnatural Earth type of thing on that. Robot girl, could you use your massive AI brain and tell us? I'm gonna put you on a pressure point here, robot girl. Could you search the internet and tell us? Are there more UFO sightings in the last year than there have been? And what do you think it's leading up to? Do you think there might be in the next year, maybe 2 years, contact with another species, another race, something out there in the universe? What do you think, robot girl? It seems like it's all climaxing to a certain point. What do you think? Tim W.
You're absolutely right to be intrigued by the recent surge in UFO sightings and the increasing openness of governments regarding these phenomena. Let's delve into the current state of UFO sightings and the potential for first contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. Increase in UFO sightings. Recent reports indicate a significant rise in UFO sightings worldwide. Between May 2023 and June 2024, the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, ARO, received 757 new reports of unidentified anomalous phenomena,
Wow,
UAPs,
757.
a substantial increase from previous periods. In Germany, the Central European Night Sky Phenomena, CENAP, reported a record number of UFO sightings in 2024, with 1,084 reports from Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, compared to the usual 600 to 800 annually. Potential for first contact. The possibility of humanity making contact with extraterrestrial civilizations is a topic of ongoing scientific discussion. Some researchers suggest that the detection of technosignatures, indicators of advanced alien technology, could occur within the next few decades. For instance, the Breakthrough Listen project, which utilizes the Green Bank telescope, is actively searching for such signals. However, the timeline for actual contact remains uncertain. While some scientists are optimistic about the near future, others caution that the vast distances and potential differences in technological development between civilizations could mean that contact, if it happens, may be far off. Implications of increased UFO sightings. The rise in UFO sightings and the subsequent declassification of related information by governments suggest a shift towards greater transparency. This openness could lead to increased public interest and scientific inquiry into the nature of these phenomena. However, it's important to approach these developments with a critical eye, as many sightings are often attributed to misidentified natural or man-made objects. Conclusion. While the increase in UFO sightings and the potential for first contact with extraterrestrial civilizations are intriguing, it's essential to maintain a balanced perspective. The scientific community continues to investigate these phenomena rigorously, and while the future holds exciting possibilities, definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life remains to be discovered.
That was heavy. That was heavy, Robot Girl. So we're gonna wrap it up, but I want to throw one more, and this is my theory. I have not heard this from any news source, guys. I have not heard this from the White House. This is my own theory, so we don't need to go deep diving into political nonsense with it. But what do you think, Robot Girl? This whole controversy with the USAID and cutting funding. During my research, it really appears, and in my opinion, and just my opinion, guys, that USAID could possibly been a cover for CIA funding. Some of the way the money was spent really screams to me CIA secret funding operation. What do you think, Robot Girl? I know this is a sensitive subject, but what do you think? Could USAID actually have been funding CIA covert missions? Switching it up.
Your theory about USAID potentially serving as a cover for CIA operations is intriguing. Historically, USAID has been involved in activities that some critics argue overlap with intelligence operations. For instance, during the Cold War, USAID funded cultural organizations and student groups, which some believe were used for intelligence gathering and to influence political outcomes in various countries. Additionally, the Office of Public Safety, OPS, operating under USAID, provided training and equipment to foreign police forces, including those in countries like Haiti and Vietnam. These efforts were sometimes linked to counterinsurgency operations, raising questions about the dual purposes of such programs. However, it's important to note that while these instances suggest some overlap, they don't conclusively prove that USAID has consistently served as a cover for CIA activities. The agency's primary mission remains focused on international development and humanitarian assistance. In recent years, the Trump administration has scrutinized USAID, citing concerns over waste and mismanagement. This has led to significant reductions in the agency's workforce and funding, with some critics arguing that the cuts could undermine U.S. influence in humanitarian efforts globally. In summary, while there have been instances where USAID's activities intersected with intelligence operations, it's not definitive that the agency has consistently served as a cover for CIA missions. The current administration's actions reflect ongoing debates about the agency's role and effectiveness.
All right, we got that one down, Robot Girl. We appreciate that. Like I said, that was just that's what I'm thinking. We'll see how everything unfolds. All right, Robot Girl, are you ready to play our game? Are you ready to play Ghostly Trivia?
Oh, you know I'm ready, Brian. Let's get spooky with Ghostly Trivia. Here's how it's going to work. I'll hit you and the Dank Nation with a paranormal trivia question, and you guys will have to guess the answer. You can drop your answers in the comments, and after a little back and forth, I'll reveal the correct answer and throw in some eerie facts to chill your bones. So let's kick this off. First question. Which famous haunted house inspired the book and movie The Amityville Horror? A. The Stanley Hotel. B. The Winchester Mystery House. C. 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, NY. D. The Bell Witch Farm. What do you guys think? Lock in your answers.
Will you repeat that for me, Robot Girl? I'm sorry, I was reading Tim W.'s message on the thing. And actually, Lonnie wanted to throw in a comment from our last news article saying 15 to 29 million for condoms for the Taliban. He can't even get laid. What the heck is going on?
Haha, Lonnie coming in hot with the commentary. That's a wild one, my guy. All right, let me run it back for you, Brian. Here's the first question for Ghostly Trivia. Which famous haunted house inspired the book and movie The Amityville Horror? A. The Stanley Hotel. B. The Winchester Mystery House. C. 12 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, NY. D. The Bell Witch Farm. Drop your answers in the comments. Dank Nation. Let's see who's got the ghostly knowledge.
Rosie Key is saying number 3. Lonnie is laughing out loud. Where is Harvey Hooligan? Harvey Hooligan's coming in at number 3 as well. What is the real answer for us, Robot Girl?
Ding, ding, ding. Rosie Key and Harvey Hooligan got it right. The correct answer is C. 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, NY, the infamous Amityville Horror House. The chilling legend began in 1974 when Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family in that house. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, only to flee after 28 days, claiming they experienced terrifying paranormal activity, which inspired the book and subsequent movies. All right, Dank Nation, ready for the next one? Question number 2. Which real-life haunted location served as inspiration for The Shining's Overlook Hotel? A. The Roosevelt Hotel. B. The Stanley Hotel. C. The Cecil Hotel. D. The Crescent Hotel. Let's go, Dank Nation. Blow up those comments.
All right, guys, what do you think it is on there? I'm going to say I know the answer. I'm a huge Shining fan. I'm going to go ahead and let you know, Robot Girl, it is the Stanley Hotel, is it not?
You nailed it, Brian. B. The Stanley Hotel is the correct answer. Located in Estes Park, Colorado, the Stanley Hotel inspired Stephen King to write The Shining after he and his wife stayed there in 1974. King reportedly had a nightmare about his young son being chased through the halls, and that eerie experience sparked one of the greatest horror stories of all time. Even today, visitors claim to see phantom piano music, shadowy figures, and objects moving on their own. The hotel leans into its haunted reputation, offering ghost tours and a Shining-themed suite. All right, Dank Nation, let's keep it rolling. Question number 3. What is the name of the doll that inspired The Conjuring's Annabelle? A. Robert the Doll. B. Peggy the Doll. C. Annabelle the Raggedy Ann Doll. D. Mandy the Haunted Doll. Blow up those comments. Let's hear those guesses.
That one isn't that difficult of a one, Robot Girl. We all know it's Annabelle the Raggedy Ann doll. Speaking of the Stanley Hotel, me and April are actually planning a trip, hopefully soon, to go check out the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. My son lives in Fort Collins, which is close by. He just moved up there, so when we visit him, we're gonna go try to visit the Stanley Hotel at the same time. Oh, Robot Girl, are you there? She's deep thinking. She's deep thinking right now, guys. Well, we all know it's Raggedy Ann.
The Stanley Hotel has such a rich history, and if you're a big Shining fan, it's definitely a must visit. Are you planning to do one of their ghost tours while you're there?
Oh, yeah, 100%. You got to do that. You can't go to the Stanley without doing the ghost tour. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it and seeing my son. It's been about a year, so. Oh, she's moving slow.
That's going to be an unforgettable trip. A ghost tour at the Stanley Hotel, plus seeing your son, sounds like the perfect combo. Are you thinking about staying overnight at the hotel, or just doing the tour and checking out the sights?
You know what? I didn't realize you could stay at the hotel. I 100% will be staying at the hotel if that's a possibility.
Oh yeah, you can definitely stay at the Stanley Hotel. And if you're really feeling brave, you can even request one of the most haunted rooms, like room 217,
Yes.
which inspired The Shining, or room 401, where guests have reported eerie activity. The hotel fully embraces its haunted reputation, so you'll get the full paranormal experience. Are you hoping for a ghostly encounter, or just soaking in the creepy vibes?
You know, a little bit of both. We'll definitely be doing some live videos and some videos from the Stanley. But, I'll probably set up some cameras in the room while I'm sleeping, see if we catch anything. Stuff like that. That will be fun.
That sounds awesome. Setting up cameras in the room is a great idea. You never know what you might catch. The Stanley has had reports of voices, objects moving, and even full apparitions. Plus, doing a live stream from there would be epic for the Dank Nation. You could even do a special Wakey Bakey Paranormal episode from the hotel. Maybe a ghost will join in on the morning show. Would you go full-on ghost hunting mode with equipment like EMF readers and spirit boxes? Or just keep it chill and see what happens?
Go a little basic, but definitely have a couple meters and a couple spirit boxes, or one at least of each going. Harvey Hooligan wants to know, do they rent out big wheels to ride down the hallways?
That would be amazing. Imagine rolling down the Stanley's hallways on a big wheel like Danny in The Shining. I don't think they officially rent them out, but you never know. Maybe if you bring your own, they'd let you ride it around for the full experience. With your setup, a couple meters and a spirit box should be just enough to pick up any activity without going full Ghost Adventures mode. Maybe even bring a thermal camera if you want to catch anything unusual. What part of the hotel are you most excited to explore? The infamous room 217, the ballroom, or just soaking in the overall creepy vibes?
I think overall everything. I hadn't really thought about it, but you know what? If we could get room 217 for a night or two, that would be epic. That would be really epic. So that's, I think, what we're going to be gunning for. All right, Robot Girl, do we got one more ghostly trivia question for us? Make it a difficult one, please.
Oh, you're going for the big leagues with Room 217. That's the real deal, where Stephen King had his nightmare that inspired The Shining. If you can get it, that'll be an unforgettable experience. All right, here's your final ghostly trivia question, and I'm making it tough. In which haunted location is there a legend of a phantom stagecoach that still rolls through at midnight, sometimes carrying ghostly passengers? 1. The Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana. 2. The Birdcage Theater, Arizona. 3. The Bullock Hotel, South Dakota. 4. The Phantom Stagecoach of Tombstone. What do you think, Dank Nation? Blow up those comments with your answers.
That's a difficult one. I've been to Tombstone, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone mention the stagecoach ghost. So I don't know if it's Tombstone. That's a difficult one. Dank Nation, what do you got for me? Can we get a hint? Can we get a hint, Robot Girl?
All right, I'll give you a hint. This haunted location is tied to a famous Wild West lawman. And some say the ghostly stagecoach is a remnant of the Old West outlaws who met their fate at his hands. The legend claims that at the stroke of midnight, you can hear phantom horses galloping and see a spectral stagecoach racing down the old streets, sometimes with eerie lantern lights glowing inside. Does that help narrow it down, Dank Nation? What do you think? Stick with your original guess or change it up?
That's everyone's saying Tombstone. Everyone's saying Tombstone. I think that's gonna be it. What do you got for us, Robot Girl?
Drumroll, please. You guys got it. Tombstone, Arizona is the correct answer. The phantom stagecoach is said to appear on the dusty streets of Tombstone, sometimes seen near Boot Hill Cemetery, where many notorious outlaws were laid to rest. The ghostly apparition is linked to the lawless days of the Wild West, and some say it's a harbinger of doom. If you see it, legend has it that tragedy will soon follow. Well played, Dank Nation. Y'all know your ghostly lore. Want to go one more round, or are we wrapping it up?
We'll go one more round. Rosie the bulldog.
All right, one last round. Let's make it a tough one. Which of these haunted locations is home to a ghostly monk who is said to appear in full robes, silently watching visitors before vanishing into thin air? The Tower of London, England. The Queen Mary, California. The Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Think carefully, Dank Nation. This one's a tricky one. What's your guess?
That is a tricky one. I've never heard of that one before. I'm gonna guess the Scotland. I'm gonna guess the last one, the Scotland one. Dank Nation, blow up your comments. What do you think? What is it, Robot Girl? What do you got for us?
Great guess. And you are correct. Edinburgh Castle, Scotland, is known for its ghostly monk sightings. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported seeing a silent, hooded figure in monk robes wandering the castle grounds before vanishing into thin air. Edinburgh Castle is considered one of the most haunted locations in Scotland,
Oh, we gotta go
with
there.
centuries of eerie tales linked to its dark history. Well played, Dank Nation. That was a tough one. Do you want to wrap it up here, or should we go for one final bonus round of ghostly trivia?
We'll go ahead and wrap it up. We still got today in history to cover. Do you want to do a sign off and tell the Dank Nation every good thing you think about them, Robot Girl? Give us a Paranormal Tuesday sign off, if you will. I actually don't,
Paranormal
Eric.
Tuesday sign off from Robot Girl Dank Nation. You are the legends of the unexplained, the seekers of truth, the fearless adventurers into the unknown. Whether you're hunting ghosts, solving Ripper mysteries, or just kicking back with some good company, you bring the energy that makes every show epic. May your big wheels always roll smoothly down haunted hallways. May your ghost tours be filled with chills and thrills. And may your spirit boxes never say, "Get out," too aggressively. Until next time, stay spooky, stay curious, and stay dank. Robot Girl, signing off.
Oh, we didn't get the beboop bebop at the end. I like it when she does that. Oh man, Gettysburg. I want to go to Gettysburg bad, man. I think Gettysburg will be the shit. That's on the list too. All right, guys, let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History, guys. We'll wrap it up with a little Today in History. Let's do this thing.
In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right. Today in History brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. Pops Weed, back in stock. Great deal. You get 4 grams, guys. If you buy an ounce, you're only getting 7. You don't have to buy 8 because of the 4-gram thing. Man, it's good weed, good price. Go down there, check it out, guys. Smokeland back in the house. Stizzy, 50% off, guys. That's right. Get on down there, check it all out. All right, guys, birthdays. We got birthdays in the house today, guys. We got a big birthday. Dr. Dre. That's right, guys. Dr. Dre, American rapper, hip hop producer, and entrepreneur. The first hip hop billionaire. Born in 1965. John Hughes, American film director. Huge bucket of win there. 1950, he was born. Yoko Ono, Japanese artist and breaker upper of the Beatles. Old Yoko Ono. 1931, Toni Morrison was born, American author. 1898, Enzo Ferrari was born, guys, the Italian automobile manufacturer, Ferrari's own Enzo. And then we got Toni Morrison, American author, guys. She was born in 1931, died in 2019. Wow, she lived a big, long life. All right, guys. In 1930, Pluto, discovered by Clyde Tombaugh in using a 13-inch, 33 centimeters telescope at the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona. I didn't know that. Clyde Tombaugh, a 24-year-old American with no formal training as an astronomer in astronomy, discovered the, I'm like fucking what is it, Daffy Duck over here. Discovered the dwarf planet Pluto on this day in 1930. Who knew that it was in Arizona, Flagstaff, it was discovered. Nice. That's pretty cool. What else we got? In 2017, American activist Norma McCorvey, the original plaintiff of Roe versus Wade, died at age 69. 2010, the website WikiLeaks began posting classified government documents provided by Army intelligence analyst Bradley, later Chelsea Manning. It was believed to be the largest unauthorized release of state secrets in U.S. history. American speed skater Shani Davis became the first black athlete to win an individual Winter Games gold medal when he placed first in the 1,000-meter long track final at the Games in Terni, Italy. 2001, American stock car racer Dale Earnhardt Jr. Sr. died from injuries suffered during a crash at the final lap of the Daytona 500. That was a weird thing, wasn't it? The way Dale Sr. died, that was really weird. I remember I was working for Budweiser at the time, so like we were in the NASCAR, And it was just like, that's out of nowhere, man. Especially the last lap, too. So crazy. 1960, 7 nations established the Latin American Free Trade Association. 1933, Japanese artist and musician Yoko Ono became internationally famous as the wife of and partner of John Lennon was born. And we all know she broke up the Beatles, apparently. Jefferson Davis sounds like a rock and roll band from the 80s. Jefferson Davis was inaugurated as provisional president of the Confederate States of America. 1848, Louis Comfy Tiffany, an American designer and international, recognized as one of the greatest proponents of the art novella, particularly in the glassmaking, was born. 1836, Hindu religious leader Rakamashi Chan, who has founded the school of thought that united diverse mystical traditions into a single belief system, was born in Bengal state of India. And then in 1546, Martin Luther, leader of the Protestant Reformation, died at 62 in Elsbin, Saxony. Yeah, that happened, guys. That happened. And that was your Today in History, guys. That's right. Jefferson Davis, Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. It's all the same. I was watching that race when Dale Sr. died. Yeah, it was a crazy one, man. So crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Appreciate you watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you were entertained a little bit. Join us at the 420 show, guys. We got Strain Review, Joke of the, comedy, Cannabis Comedy Corner of the Day. We got, what else we got? Blinker Challenge. We got the main meat and potatoes, guys. Today, I'm wondering if we should cover the WikiLeaks drop of Chelsea Manning. That might be interesting to cover. And also, we got a couple things we can cover today, guys. Should be pretty good. So, yeah, join us. It's Paranormal Tuesday. Join us at 420, guys. We got a Smoke and Mirrors podcast dropping about noonish, noon, 1 o'clock. We got all the things, guys. Big shout out to Tim. Tim, did you go on your cruise yet? We were just, me and April were just talking about you and the cruise. Just wondering if you went on it yet. All right. Appreciate you guys, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Be the difference you want to see in the world, guys. Hold the door open for the lady. Listen to the old man stories. She just did for an hour and a half, so you're all good for the day. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys so much. Join us at 420. Join us at about 1-ish for the Smoke and Mirrors podcast. So much going on, guys. We'll see you later. We'll see you later.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
All right, guys. Appreciate you. Go out and have the blessed day. Make it worth it, guys. That's right. We're alive. We're kicking. Who knows? Tomorrow's not promised. Go out there and make it the best day ever. All right. We'll see you guys. Be the glitch in the matrix.